ASBA celebrates its 30th anniversary with an eye toward the future, drawing awareness to the importance of plants on our changing planet. 5 years ago, we celebrated ASBA's 25th silver anniversary by looking back and celebrating the history of ASBA. The 25th anniversary video featured our founder, Dr. Diane Bouchier, Derek Norman, the late Dr. Dick Rao, the ASBA Honorary Director Dr. Shirley Sherwood, and several additional early members. To date, ASBA's membership has exhibited over 1,000 works by contemporary botanical artists and has significantly helped to raise the profile of botanical art. For our 30th anniversary, we look forward to the growing popularity and impact of ASBA. This is ASBA's 30th anniversary, and each artwork members create is another precious pearl in a growing collection. Why are plants important? Plants are the foundation for all life on Earth. They are essential for the well-being of all living organisms. They are the lungs of our planet, absorbing carbon dioxide and releasing oxygen. Plants help enrich the soil, retain water, and prevent erosion. Plants also help cool temperatures by releasing water vapor and by providing shade. Plants directly help humans in many ways. They feed us, shelter us, clothe us, and provide essential nutrients and medicines. The first land plants likely originated from freshwater green algae and migrated onto land 500 million years ago. These early land plants had no vascular support structures and needed to stay close to the water from which they emerged. Over time, plants developed vascular tissue enabling vertical growth, then later developed stems and roots which allowed them to expand and flourish in many different environments. Tree ferns predate dinosaurs. Tree fern forests thrived and diversified 300 to 360 million years ago during the Carboniferous period, becoming one of the most dominant groups of plants during this period, providing food, shelter, shade, nesting material, and a rich habitat for an expanding array of interdependent creatures. The remains of these trees have turned into coal deposits we use as fuel today. Conifers, or gymnosperms, arose about 310 million years ago in Europe and North America. Conifers diversified and spread around the globe as a dominant forest before flowering plants evolved. Flowering plants, or angiosperms, burst onto the scene around 130 million years ago and, co-evolving with pollinators, rapidly radiated outward, colonizing new habitats. Angiosperms are now the most diverse group of land plants, accounting for about 352,000 species worldwide. Today, plants are incredibly diverse in both form and function and can be found in virtually every habitat on Earth. Their biodiversity is essential for the complex interdependent relationships they've developed over millions of years. But today, plants are in peril. They are going extinct at nearly twice the rate of all animals combined. Why? Current extinction is driven primarily by human activities: loss of habitat, land development, deforestation, overuse of herbicides, pollution, introduction of invasive species, the alarming reduction of pollinators, and the multitude of issues related to climate change. To reverse this trend, people need to understand the urgent need to cooperatively coexist with the vast diversity of Earth's flora and fauna. What is the role of botanical art in drawing awareness to these urgent issues? Botanical art is a rapidly growing movement producing powerful images that resonate with our deepest emotions. Botanical art, which is a deeply satisfying activity on a personal level, also plays an essential role in raising awareness about the importance of plants in our daily lives and in the health of our planet. As artists and illustrators, we share common values in our strong love of plants and the natural world. Closely studying and illustrating plants and pollinators is even more vital today than it was 30 years ago. Botanical art is a significant, relevant, and respected contributor to 21st century art, recognized for its unique power to educate, promote ecological awareness, and enrich our lives. ASBA strives to be inclusive, to achieve excellence in the field, and to have a social impact. Since its founding in 1994, the American Society of Botanical Artists has grown to include nearly 2,000 members in 39 countries and over 40 institutional members. We human beings are naturally drawn to things we know. The more we learn about plants, the more we love and value them. When we share our illustrations, we cultivate this awareness, love, and appreciation of plants in others. Where words reach the mind, botanical art reaches the heart. ASBA projects are making their mark through single individuals, ASBA chapters and circles, and collaborative worldwide projects. Here are just a few examples of the impact of ASBA members. One person can have a big impact. Sharon Field, a botanical artist in Australia, has a powerful project entitled 3,000 Days and Counting, a botanical artist's response to climate change. She was inspired by a United Nations Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change report in 2021 that said, "We need to keep the global temperature below a 2.7 degrees Fahrenheit increase by 2030. At the time of the report, 2030 was only 3,000 days away. She pledged to illustrate a plant every day for 3,000 days on 8-meter-long scrolls, highlighting this urgent issue. Her visually compelling scrolls have had a ripple effect, inspiring science teachers who are using the scroll to teach how art can raise awareness about climate change. She is presently taking her scroll to many different communities around the world. Here are just a few examples of projects generated by ASBA chapters and circles. Multiple florilegiums documenting unique ecosystems across the United States and the world. ASBA also sponsors artist grant projects, providing individuals and groups with resources needed to study and illustrate important topics. Here are just a few examples. Amazon Revisited, studying the effects of climate change and human factors in regions of the Amazon. Wild Treasures, Oregon's native plants in contemporary botanical art. Gathering from the Land involved creating a series of native plant illustrations for a book about all the land surface in medicine, edible and medicinal plants of the Southwest Alaska. Plants of the James River Project in Virginia featured native plants along the historic James River. Botanical Art Worldwide was a global project in 2018, linking people with plants through botanical art. This global collaboration was a powerful demonstration of the impact artists around the world have when combining their creativity, intelligence, and passion toward a single goal. In the spring of 2018, national exhibitions were simultaneously displayed at major cultural institutions in 25 countries on 6 different continents. Each exhibition featured original contemporary art depicting native plants from its host country. artists worked with their local organizations to make their vision a reality. ASBA is launching a second Botanical Art Worldwide in 2025, this time focusing on crop diversity. The exhibitions will celebrate biodiversity in crops that have been closely linked with the human species over thousands of years, drawing attention to the vast variety of food and useful plants available, which is in stark contrast with the relatively few varieties used in mass cultivation. These are just a few examples of the growing list of exciting projects ASBA members are creating. Plants are the foundation for all other life on Earth. However, if we continue at our current rate, 25% of plants we now consider common will be extinct in less than 80 years. Botanical art and illustration has the power to resonate with our deepest emotions and highlights the importance of preserving our precious diversity of plants. What we do in the world is really important. ASBA unites a growing number of artists and illustrators whose individual works offer small steps toward a growing collective body of work that has worldwide impact. Where each individual illustration is a precious pearl, collectively, we're creating strings of pearls that embrace the entire world. Botanical artists are quiet heroes with a big impact.